Hey everybody, today I want to do my fan account for the Dream concert because I know everybody wants to know how I happened to go there. Um, on a Friday evening, one of my friends, hi Jessica, cut out me about the Dream concert, and I didn't know about it because I didn't have time to check everybody and everything and every social media, so I didn't know it was last Saturday. So she told me, "Are you going?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm really sad I can't go because I don't have a ticket and it's not possible to buy one anymore." So she said, "You know what? I'm probably gonna have one more ticket that I need because I may have one with my fan club, the 24K fan club." So I had to buy one on Ticket Biz, and it was more expensive, like triple the price than it's supposed to be because it was a reseller. But I mean, if you want to buy it, I'm gonna give it to you. So I said, well, yes, of course I want to buy it. The original price of the ticket was 9,901, and I paid 30,000 for it. But I mean, it was the price she paid, and I was okay since I could actually go to the Dream concert. So the day of the concert, I had to go from Songnam and meet her in Mapogu at the World Cup stadium, you know, the stadium for the FIFA Cup. And she told me come for 4:45 p.m. because the concert was at 6. And she said, "I'm going to give you your ticket." Actually, I had to take the bus from Songnam to Gangnam and then take the subway. There wasn't any other way to go faster. But something happened that I had to wait for the subway, and I had to transfer, and I had to wait for the two transfer. So at 4:45, I was still in the subway. So I told her I'm not gonna make it on time, and she said I need to go in with the fan club, and I was, don't tell me I'm gonna go all the way over there to not see the concert. But actually she said, "You know what, one of my friends is gonna be there, she's gonna wait for you, you just pay the ticket to her and she's gonna give it to you." And she sent me a picture of the person. So actually I was a little bit relieved because I arrived at 5, around 5 to 5:10. So I was really late, and I'm never late, so I was really ashamed about it. But the girl was there, she was waiting for me, and I got my ticket. And she says, "Okay, we need to get in." And I say, "Okay, how do we do that?" And she says, "I don't know," because we were supposed to go in with Jessica. So she was like, "Okay, you know what? We're going to find out." So we walked, and at one point there was indication, and there were several person, security, that were telling people where to go. So we happened to enter the stadium, and she said, "I need to go to my place, which was on the S section, but look at the ticket, your place is in the P section." So I'm like, "Okay, you know, I can do it." So I arrived in my section. That was the last row of the stadium, you know, where you can only see the singers like dots. And I was okay, but I mean, there are like the giant screens, so it's not gonna be a big deal. I'm still gonna be able to see them perform and everything. And then I realized that I was in the XOL section. And you know that ad, Baskin Robbins with EXO? They were screaming every time the ad would go on the giant screen. But I mean, like the shiny section would scream for the Baskin Robbins ad with shiny. So I was, oh, it's gonna be really, really a long concert if they scream like that because of EXO. But at one point, there was a girl that arrived and asked me, "Can I ask you to change your ticket with me?" And I'm like, "Why? What's wrong with your ticket?" I mean, it's the last row. And she said, you know, it's on the first floor and it's over there. And it was to the right of the scene, actually. So it was like, yeah, well, of course I'm gonna change my ticket with you. Being like the last row of the second floor to the first row, yeah, of course. So I changed my ticket for with her. And actually, I think that's the fandom thing, because all of the XOL were in that section, and next to them there was the Seoul section, and I was sitting in the Army section that were next to the B1A4 section. So they want to be together. So I was like, yeah, thanks, because I paid way more for my ticket, but actually I got a really good seat, as you can see if you watch the picture I posted. So I changed the seat, and actually the concert was 25 minutes late. So I was like, okay, I wanted to begin, I want to see them. So at 6:25 the concert began, and there were lots of group. Some of them I never heard about, some of them I don't know a lot, some of them I recognize because of the songs. It began with Red Velvet, actually, and I really didn't like the way they were treated, because they put, like, you know, that on the giant screen they put a little bit like a movie to state, oh, you know, are you ready, it's gonna begin. And they put a little inside to show that the MC of the night was Ituk from Super Junior. And then there was the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Red Velvet was on the scene, and they performed Ice Cream Cake. They did that, and then they went out of the scene. It was like they didn't even had the opportunity to say, hi, we are Red Velvet. They just performed the song and then, yeah, next. And it was a little bit like that with all of the groups that were less known. I mean, with like Very Good and OK Girls, Monster X, and Speed, and group like that. And actually, for the more known group, let's say Vix and Top Dog, the groups that are not the headliners, they had 2 songs, and they had the opportunity to say, hi, we are Vix, or we are B1A4. And the only groups that had more than 2 songs were really, really well-known group, like Infinite and EXO and probably Shiny. We're gonna go back to Shiny later. And Sista. Actually, it was a really, really nice concert. There were several pyrotechnic pieces. It was really nice. At one point, I checked the time, and it was just before Infinite. Actually, I was there for them, you know, my babies. So I checked the time, and I'm gonna miss the last bus. And if I miss the last bus, I'm gonna actually sleep on the street. And I was still sick at that point. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm not fully recovered yet, but I was still sick at that time, and I don't want to sleep on the street or wait till 5 a.m. for the first bus to go back to Songnam. So Infinite did their part, and then Hexo came in. They did Call Me Baby, of course, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, there were only 8 of them to perform. EXO is getting smaller every time we hear about them. But after Call Me Baby, they did, oh, I don't remember the song. I think it was maybe Growl, but I had to go. I really had to go. I had to take the subway to the nearest bus station to get the bus. And actually, I missed the last one, the one that was a direct one. So I asked to another driver, okay, do you go to Sangam? And he's like, no, but I can transfer you to some other place so you can take the bus. And actually, I transferred to Seoul station, and actually there were several last bus to go to Sangam, so I could go back home. Because I needed not to miss the last bus, I actually missed the end of EXO, and the headliner was Shiny with their new songs and everything. So I was a little bit sad because I had to go before the end. But I mean, if I stayed to see Shiny, I would be probably sick today again, because it's not that it was really cold, because I mean here now it's like 30 degrees outside, so during the night it's not that cold, but I mean I didn't have proper clothing for the time. I had only like that shirt that is not really thick, so it was cold for me. And actually when you go to Ilka station, subway station, you see several homeless people sleeping there, and you don't want to be one of them. I mean, even though you have a nice bed waiting for you, you don't want to be like homeless people. So that was my experience, and it was a really, really nice experience. And if I have an opportunity to go back to the Dream concert next year, yes, I will go. And I will probably arrange something to be able to stay till the end, because it was really nice to be able to see like 20 groups. Even though it was only for one song, I really enjoyed it because you can see that they did their max to please everybody. And it was really nice to be there with everybody, all the energy. And there is something we non-Korean are a little bit, oh, I don't like it, is the fan chant. We want to sing with them, we want to be there, be a part of the show. And during that show, it was really nice to hear everybody singing along with the singers. And it was really, really nice to hear all of these people liking it as much as you do. And actually, you feel like you're part of a big family, a big 50,000 people family. And actually, if you have the opportunity to go to the Dream concert in 2016, I would say don't even hesitate a second. Go there. I promise you, you're gonna like it. Bye.